Hey guys, welcome back to OrmsTV. And in case you can't tell, we're here at the 15th annual Simola Hillclimb in Knysna, and we're testing vlogging cameras.
Now specifically we want to test two very popular cameras in the market, the Sony ZV-E10 version 2 and the brand new Canon R50V. Now, seeing that first-time buyers would most probably buy these, very good affordable prices but very good image quality in both stills and video. We're going to keep it straight auto for your photo quality, video quality, audio quality, so we're going to keep it easy. We are currently using the Rode Pro mics, but the footage you'll see now, we're going to switch over to these cameras and see what they do.
Yeah, and internal mics only.
Internal mics only.
So this is now coming to you guys straight from the all-new Canon EOS R50V. Internal microphone, auto settings for absolutely everything. I really hope the audio maintains. Let's check the exposure on that bald head. Yeah, still sort of maintaining pretty decently. All in all, we're gonna see how this camera holds up over essentially a weekend of traveling, of looking around, of enjoying what Simola has to offer. I think it'll be a pretty interesting test to see how these cameras hold up, how they are for the average content creator, and for somebody literally just starting out.
All right, so we've switched over to the camera, and hopefully the mics are gonna work well. I'm shooting on the Sony ZV-E10 version 2, and also something to mention, we are going to be using the kit lenses, and these are the standard kit lenses that come with the camera.
Should be up and running, I would almost say even.
Lap from that was a super lap from Farouk Dangle, 54.9. Wow, that is properly fast, half a second faster than any.
Tomorrow and Sunday, the 1000.
Obviously there's many cars here today. Currently it's the Classics Day, which is on the Friday. There's been some Formula style cars out, but let's go check them out.
Okay, so that was the end of day one. Rough out there, wet, windy, cold. Hopefully tomorrow will be better, more sunny, faster cars, cooler things happening. So far, EOS R50V, I think it's pretty cool. All in auto, the audio sounds okay, but we'll have to see when we actually get it onto something that can, you know, kind of play the audio instead of me listening to the little speaker in this thing. All in all, I'm pretty impressed. The exposure seems okay. The autofocus is great. It's got my eye locked on like the whole time. Like, I think this is pretty decent, but we'll see when we dump some footage. Want to give us a review?
The USN protein bar, high-end protein ice cream flavors.
Yeah.
Pretty sandy.
Sandy? But that's how you know it's got a lot of protein, you know?
You need the protein for the Simola Hillclimb.
Got it.
And it's day 2 of Simola Hillclimb, and as you can see, we've got some sun coming out. It's not gonna be wet today, hopefully. There's a lot of mud everywhere. Everything is still a little bit wet, but as the sun comes out, it'll dry out. We're still on the Sony ZV-E10 version 2, still with the built-in mic and the kit lens. So let's check the day out.
Okay guys, so it's officially day 2 up here at the Simola Hillclimb in Knysna. Still in auto, still internal microphone only, auto exposure. You can see it blows out when I turn into the sun. That is of course because the weather is way better today than it was yesterday. No rain predicted, action packed, cars are about to start hitting the track behind me. So yeah man, it's gonna be a good one. I'll keep you guys posted.
We've got our bibs on, official media, and we're standing here on turn 3. It's got like a cool S turn there, and yeah, hopefully we're gonna get some like shots. I'm gonna switch over to the Sony A1 Mark version 2, and yeah, later, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get into the chopper and shoot some shots from the chopper. That's gonna be sick.
See all the crowds on the Saturday.
What he's got to do himself.
Okay, so just some initial impressions here. So on this camera at the moment is the standard kit lens, which is a 14 to 30mm f4 to 6.3 image stabilized lens. So super basic, super straightforward. I mean, like nothing fancy about this thing. The camera itself doesn't have IBIS built in, but you do have the stabilizer on the lens, and as you'll see from some of like the walking shots and that, the stabilization is actually pretty decent. Like, it's a lot better than I initially thought it would be, and I think that's really important for a camera like this, like a first time out there buyer camera. The other thing that I quite like about it is that when you're shooting video and you obviously like set your, you know, your frame rate for your video in the menu of the at the moment I'm shooting at 25p, and the camera actually tries to keep the shutter speed as low as possible in its auto configuration, which is really handy. You rather crank the aperture up, you know, to try and do it, and push the ISO lower, you know, so that you don't have too herky-jerky footage, you know, out of the camera. And I think that's really nice as well. The other thing that I actually quite enjoy is shooting stills with this little camera. Again, like everything in complete auto. See the exposure is breaking down a little bit there. And see if it comes back. No, it's a little bit broken, but hey, that's what you get when you shoot in auto. The exposure on the stills are actually pretty decent, and even with just shooting in auto, getting some pretty okay shots of like cars in action coming by. Haven't been able to do like a pan shot because, you know, the shutter speed and that is just completely out of my control. But all in all, for just happy, snappy, like getting some cool pictures of stuff, this thing's pretty decent.
Alright, and we're back, and it is day 3 at Simola, and we are still on the Sony ZV-E10 version 2. We are on our way to the media tent to hopefully book some chopper seats so that we can shoot and film from the chopper. Obviously gives you really cool dynamic angles. Yeah, and also play around with the flagships and see how they perform. Look at this crazy sunrise. Very beautiful, very emotional. Alright, we'll check you guys later.
Trying to get out of Simola quickly. Not gonna happen. People are absolutely streaming in. Yo, it is crazy busy out here.
Tense up.
37.09.
So these are pictures from the pit lane. Oh, Rodrigo, it's
Okay.
Okay, camera 1, camera 2,
Yeah.
filming.
Okay, so we are currently sitting at Buffel Yachts River. Okay, outside of Oudepost Bistro. We just smashed some roosterkoeken.
And it was flippin' amazing, very good value for money.
Very, very tasty. So, we've spent the whole weekend
Yep.
in Knysna with these two cameras, vlogging our journey as best as we can. Obviously, you guys will be able to tell from this footage that we're not professional vloggers. If you can't, if you think like this is professional,
Send those contracts.
yeah. So this is going to be our last video, you know, our last recording for this vlogging setup. And we're about halfway back to Cape Town. And it's been a really good weekend. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I hope you guys enjoy the footage that we're putting out. But the question here is, since we are testing these entry-level cameras in their most basic settings.
Full auto, yeah, zero adjustment on exposure. We're relying all on the camera's brain, basically.
Yeah, so I can tell you right now that the Canon is looking awfully dark, but it's probably because of the exposure cut.
Yeah.
You know, with the sun and all that. So, kit lenses on both of them. Fully auto, nothing changed, and internal microphone usage only.
Yeah.
Now, the way that we did this, we have not reviewed any of the footage. We haven't looked at the audio, we haven't checked the video quality, we haven't checked the stills quality other than the back screen on these cameras.
Yeah.
Now, from our opinion, well, from my opinion, I think the Canon did pretty good.
Yeah, I think both cameras actually did very well. And we are actually, funny enough, shooting in a very difficult scenario right now too.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
There's like a little bit of shade on
Yeah.
half of our bodies. It's pretty sort of sunny at the moment. There's cars driving on the N2 highway past here, trucks and everything.
Yep.
So this is a cool test as well in itself.
Absolutely.
But overall, I think both cameras did a very good job. I think what we can do, seeing that we haven't like professionally reviewed both of these cameras' footages, is to ask our viewers to say in the comments what they think, because they would have sort of a first-hand look at camera 1 and camera 2, and obviously also review the audio and see how the camera relies on these fancy 360 sort of auto detection audio microphones that's built into these cameras as well, to see if it's good enough to use as a bare bones sort of documentary style, vlogging style kind of camera.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, we can sit here and say that we prefer the color out of this one or the autofocus out of that one after we've reviewed the footage and looked at everything. But at the end of the day, you guys have to make a decision on what you would purchase, you know, looking at a video like this. And this is about as raw as a review as you could possibly have.
Yeah.
So look at the footage from the Canon, look at the footage from the Sony, and decide which one you guys think is the best. Easy as that. Happy?
Happy.
Sweet. And I already have an overheat sign, like typical Canon fashion. Oh, that's a good goat. Oh, good goat. Oh, say hello to the people of ORMS. Hello.